Finally have a chance to do this movie review. I've been really busy doing a lot of family stuff. We're getting ready for Christmas. And happy holidays, everybody. From the bottom of my heart, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And let's get ready for a wonderful 2024. We're right around the corner for New Year's Eve. This is a movie review. Spoilers. I'm just going to say that. I'm going with spoilers. I don't want to talk non-spoilers and spoiler. We're just going spoilers. And this is for the Iron Claw. I'm a big wrestling fan. Haven't really been a wrestling fan of the new stuff, but back in the day, you know, with The Rock, Goldberg, Stone Cold, you know, the good old days, I was into wrestling like crazy. So when I heard there was a wrestling movie in the theaters, I really wanted to check it out. I had no idea what I was getting into. This movie was set in the 1980s on the Von Erich brothers, who are very influential to the history of wrestling. And we got to see what it was about. And it's wrestling from like a personal perspective, as we get to see a lot of people, I guess you could say, start from the bottom and make it to the top. But then the struggles that you deal with from the bottom to the top, and then when you're at the top, the mental struggles you go through in this movie, it's very powerful. I was not ready. I was not ready at all. I didn't know this was going to be such a sad and heartbreaking movie. This movie deals with a lot of loss, and these brothers, it was 4 of them if I'm not mistaken, and the dad and mom it's pretty much, those are your main characters, the mom and dad, and the Von Erich brothers. And I guess there was a curse. At least that's what they say in their family, that there's been a curse. And this curse, I guess you could almost say it leads to them losing their lives in very tragic ways. This movie starts off with, Zac Efron, who just got humongous, extremely jacked. He looked very well. His acting was incredible. All the acting was good in this movie, except Ric Flair. I do not know what the hell happened with that. I just felt that casting choice just did not fit the tone of this movie. I don't know what once Ric Flair finally came in later down the movie, it just really took you out of the movie. I was just like, But other than that, it was almost like a near perfect movie. It got you all in the feels. Like, I always like movies that make you feel something, and this one was a feeling of loss and just your close ones, which in this case is the brothers, passing away, and in very tragic ways. So it's a family of wrestling that's just trying to make it to the top, and in their journey to make it to the top, there's just a lot of loss from a mental health perspective, and stuff like that. It was a hard watch. So anybody trying to watch this movie, it is hard. It like hurts when one brother passes away, and then it just kind of keeps happening throughout the rest of the movie till there's only one brother left. It's almost emotional just to talk about this, because it's just heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. And I guess it was based on a true story. So the fact that it was a true story really shocked me even more, of what this family went through, and the tribulations of it all, trying to be just the world's heavyweight champion of wrestling. And this was, I think, set way before the WWF time, so 1980s. Everybody's still trying to become a star at that point in time. But the way it all ends, with only one brother still alive throughout all of this, he ends up selling the ring where they would have wrestling matches, or just the whole building where they would have wrestling matches and televised. He ends up selling it. His dad essentially disowns him for that, because his dad was the first wrestler in the family, and then it just kind of influenced the other brothers to become part of wrestling. But he ends up selling it, and the way the movie ends, him and his 2 kids and wife, they can finally buy a home and settle down. And it was almost like, I guess that last brother, which was Zac Efron, just kind of wanting to start over and not have wrestling take over the family. And at a certain point in time too, when he had his first kid, he gave that kid a different last name, because he believed in the curse so bad that he just didn't want it to, I guess you could say, infect his kids. But The Iron Claw, very emotional movie. It's about loss, grief, and trying to move forward throughout all of that. It's a tough watch. I can't emphasize that enough. But when I left the movie, it really touched me in a way of like, just tell your loved ones you love them. Be closer to family and just appreciate the love of a family. And it was really cool to see such a brotherly bond on the film. But my overall, I give this 8 out of 10. So I guess in this case, 4 fires out of 5. And I highly recommend watching it. You don't even have to be into wrestling to enjoy this movie. If I do have to say any negatives, if there was to be any, because I've been kind of talking about how powerful and the pros of this movie. Very blurry sometimes, where it kind of almost hurts your eyes, just the filters and the bokeh that they were using with the film. But I guess they were just going for that 1980s look, so it almost takes you back in time. But it was just like, it just hurts my eyes. Maybe it was because this movie was so full, I had to sit in the first row. And I was really shocked to see a theater full, on my AMC stubs. So that was really cool to see a lot of people supporting this movie. I recommend it. Go watch it in the theater, but be prepared, because you're going to go through an emotional, just like hurt. It's a movie about loss. That's really what it is. But thank you guys. Hope I could convince you to go watch this, even though I talk about some of the spoilers. I don't give out everything, but I hope this encourages you to go watch it. And thank you guys so much. And at least you're prepared for that movie if you do go watch it, because I wasn't. It was, oh man, I was telling my girlfriend, like, I still feel impacted by that movie. It really touched me in a way of, I just want to go hug my family even more. Thank you guys for watching another Five Fires YouTube review. Finally got a chance to knock it out. Smash that like button. And if I have a chance, I'm going to keep doing this. I think we might watch Migration soon, so maybe we get a Migration review. All right, take care, everybody. Firing it down.